I've tested a bunch of streaming gear over the years. Some of it's been really expensive and honestly overrated, and some of it has been really inexpensive and surprisingly good. And today we're checking out a couple pieces from one of the budget kings of streaming gear, FineFine. They sent over their AM8 PROT microphone kit and their SC8 audio mixer, which combined cost less than one pro level microphone. So let's check them out. What's up, my dude? Your friendly neighborhood Tony here, and welcome back to the Spare Tech Room, where I try to help you make better tech choices. Now, if you're not familiar with FineFine, they're a company I've actually worked with a few times now on a few different videos. In fact, I'll make sure I link one of those videos at the end of this one if you want to check it out. They make really solid budget streaming gear. And recently, they came out with a couple of items that they claim will take your streaming to the next level. Now, FineFine is sponsoring this video. I want to make sure you know that. However, everything that I say in here is going to be my own personal opinion, based on what I found after testing these things out. So let's start off by jumping to the top-down camera, and I'll show you exactly what comes in both of these boxes. And then I'll go ahead and get them all connected so that way you can get an idea of what they might look and sound like in your setup. All right, to the top-down camera. All right, so the first thing we're gonna check out here is this audio mixer. This is the SC8, and honestly, this is probably one of the more complex audio mixers that I've seen in this price range. So let's bust it open. Now I've packaged everything back up so that way you can kind of see what it's like when you open it up for the first time, but we'll crack open the box here. First off, you're gonna get a very handy user guide, which has a lot of information about what all the different buttons and ports do on here, how you can set everything up. It's really helpful, so I recommend if you're gonna buy this and you're not exactly sure how to run everything, make sure you take a look at the manual. Now, beneath that, you've got a little bit of protective foam hiding the SC8 down here. We'll pull that out and we'll show you, you also get a USB-C cable. Now this is USB-C to USB-A. It's pretty long, and you also have the ability to swap it from USB-A to USB-C on the end. So if you have, USB-C ports on your computer, then you can connect it through that. That's going to power and just run everything through this device. You also get a little 3.5 millimeter cable, which is really cool. So if you have any additional audio devices like tablets or phones or really anything that runs 3.5 millimeter, you can connect it to this device. So let's move this box out of the way, and I'm going to show you pretty much everything the SC8 can do here. Now, looking at the front here, you've got some volume levels here. This is going to light up once we get it plugged in, and it'll show you exactly how much audio you're pumping through your microphone and your headphones. So you can adjust that to get that just right so you're not peaking or anything like that. On the left side, you've got several different knobs. Now, these all have little RGB rings around them, which is a lot of fun, but you've got a microphone knob here to control your volume. You've got an auxiliary knob, so if you have anything connected through here, as I mentioned, a tablet or phone or anything, you can control the volume here. You've got your output, and you have a knob here that controls the game and chat kind of levels. So let's say, for example, you're streaming and you have chat going on, you're talking with your friends, and you're playing a game. Maybe the game's a little too loud, so you want to switch it more to the chat volume. You can do that here. You can either keep it in the middle, which will keep levels all equal across the board, or you can lean it a little bit towards chat so you're hearing your friends a little bit better, or towards game if you don't want to listen to your friends talk while you're playing. Now, you also have over on the right side here a voice changer, which is a lot of fun to mess around with, especially if you're streaming or playing with friends online. You can change your voice. There's an auto tune, there's a monster and a robot voice. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with that. We'll test that out in just a little bit. Now, below that, we have a bunch of different buttons here. There's a mic monitor button, so you can turn on and off kind of your microphone feedback so you can hear yourself talking in your ear, or turn it off if you don't like it. You also have a 48 volt phantom power option here. So if you have a condenser microphone, those require 48 volts of power. So you can turn that on or off if you're using a dynamic microphone. There's also a 7.1 surround sound option, which is really cool. So if you want to test that out, you can. It kind of creates this simulated surround sound. Next to that is the EQ button, and that gives you 3 different options. So you've got a kind of game mode, there's a music mode, and a movie mode. And so you can kind of test those out, see which one sounds best for you, and really kind of mess with all the different EQ options there. Then below that, you have 4 custom buttons here, which you can assign different audio cues to, or different little recording bits that you can have playback when you're streaming. So that's a lot of fun. You can either record yourself saying something, or you can have an audio file on your computer that you play by pressing any of those 4 buttons. Now on the front here, you have a little RGB light up area that you can control also through the back, which I'll show you in just a bit. On the back, there is a button here to cycle through the different RGB options that you have built into this. There's a PC and PS4 switch. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you can only use this with your PlayStation 4. It's really just a game console mode. So you can switch between your PC and your game console. There's the OTG/PC port, which is where you'll hook up your USB-C cable into your computer. Then you have an optical input, which is really cool. So you can run anything that pushes out audio through an optical cable right into this device. That's really fun. Then you have a headphone jack where you can plug your headphones into, of course, an auxiliary in, which is going to allow you to bring in audio from other sources like tablets and phones and so forth. Then you have a headset port. So if you have not just headphones, but headphones with a built-in microphone, you can connect that right to here. There's also a dynamic and condenser switch. So if you have a dynamic microphone like the Shure SM7B, or if you have a condenser microphone that requires 48 volts of phantom power, you'll want to make sure that you switch that over to condenser and turn on the 48 volts of power. And you have your XLR input right over here as well. So again, the microphone that we're going to be looking at here in just a minute has the ability to hook up directly to your computer via USB or through XLR. So you can run that through here on XLR and you get a little bit of better audio quality typically going through XLR. So that is pretty much everything that the SC3 has to offer. This is an incredible audio mixer, especially for the price that this comes in at. But let's check out the AM8 PROT, which is the microphone and the mic arm that they sent along with this. All right, so this is a bit of a bigger box here. We'll crack it open real quick. This also, of course, comes with a little manual, which is really helpful, so you may want to check that out. Protective foam, keeping everything safe. Now, again, I've packaged this all back up, but you get a really cool and really heavy-duty mic arm here. This thing is made out of solid metal, and you'll notice that there are a couple of RGB strips that run along both sides of the mic arm, and this is really cool. So you're gonna be able to light this up and cycle through different options here. There's a button right over here, which gives you the ability to cycle through the different RGB options, and you'll notice that there's a cable running through here, and that's this USB cable that runs through the mic arm, which of course provides power to the RGB light. So you've got that, which is really helpful. It's got these really strong springs on here, so it should be able to hold a pretty heavy mic. But we'll set that down here. Now, aside from that, you've got a couple other things. There's a very long USB-C cable that is also USB-C to USB-A with an adapter at the end. These all have adapters that allow you to switch it to USB-C if you need that instead. So every single cable, every USB cable that comes with either of these devices can go either USB-A or USB-C, which is really cool. Then you have the little clamp that attaches to your desk, which the arm will mount into. And the best part here is the actual microphone. So we'll pull that out, and this is really cool. So first off, the mic arm, this yoke here, is solid metal. So that is definitely going to be sturdy enough to hold up the microphone, even though the mic is actually surprisingly lightweight. You have the ability to tighten and loosen up the yoke here so you can move it around or just lock it down into place if you want to. You have this foam pop filter, which conceals the capsule here. This is to help keep the plosives from entering the microphone. So a lot of times when you're speaking closely on a microphone, it can allow air to kind of travel through to the capsule, which gives you that annoying popping sound. And this is going to help protect against that. It's actually pretty soft. Then we have an RGB light around the bottom here, and that's going to turn on when you have this hooked up through USB. Now, if you have it hooked up through the XLR input, then you're not going to get that RGB light. You have to have the USB connected to get power to that. You also have a touch mute option right here. So if you want to mute the microphone, you're able to do that. There's a little knob to control volume on the microphone if you need to, and to switch between the mic audio and the headset audio, and then of course the mix between the two. So on the bottom here, you'll notice there's that USB-C plug, so you can run this right into your computer. There's the XLR port, which you can run into the mixer that we just looked at. And there's a headset plug here, so if you want to run your headphones right into the microphone to monitor your audio that way, you can do that. So if you don't have the mixer and you just want to go straight into the microphone, you can do that as well. And then of course you have an RGB button here that you can cycle through the different RGB options. But I think I've told you enough about these microphones. Let's get this all hooked up over at my desk so I can show you exactly what this might look like if you decide to get this and set that up for your streaming setup. All right, so I've got the AM8 PROT microphone and the microphone arm all set up. It is running right now, USB-C into my laptop, and we're gonna record straight from the microphone with no post-processing or editing or anything like that, so you can hear exactly what it sounds like. Now, what we'll do here in a little bit is I will switch this over to its XLR input, and we'll run that into the SC8, so that way you can see the difference between just going straight USB into your computer versus using an XLR cable into an actual audio mixer. But for now, with the mic hooked up, you're going to definitely notice some RGB both on the bottom of the microphone here and on the mic arm. There's RGB on both sides of it that run all the way down the mic arm. Now you can press a button here to change the color of the RGB. So if we click that button, you'll see it switches over to blue. We've got like a purpley pink color, yellow as well. There's green, and I think we're back to blue here, and I think that's all of it. In fact, I think if you hold the button down, it should turn off the RGB. Yep, there we go. So now if you want no RGB, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna turn it back on though. All right, so we'll leave it at that. There's also an RGB button at the bottom of the microphone if you want to switch the RGB color on that. You've got a dial on the front right here, which controls the volume of the mic when you're hooked up through USB. You can also switch that to control the headphone volume. So right now I have my headphones plugged right into the bottom of the microphone to get real-time kind of feedback so I can hear exactly what my voice sounds like. You can control that, and then you can change the mix of the volume coming from your computer and the volume coming from your own microphone in the way you hear it. Then of course you have a little capacitive touch button here to mute the microphone. If you need to do that to cough or sneeze or whatever, you can just tap on that. It'll mute it for you. And it's kind of cool. I don't know if you can tell here, but you can kind of see an audio rippling effect happening on that little area. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and switch this over to the XLR input and hook that up to the SC8 so you can see what that sounds like by comparison. All right, so now we just switched it up real quick, and you should be hearing me coming through the XLR input right into the audio mixer, the SC8. And this mixer opens up an entire world of possibilities here. There's so much going on with this thing. You can probably see immediately that there are some volume levels that are showing up on both sides of the top part here. One is going to be for the microphone to let us know how much gain we're pumping into the mic. I have it turned down pretty low. It really doesn't require much gain at all to get this mic going. I also have my headphone volume here. Of course, I have my own headphones plugged into the back of the mixer, and so I'm able to monitor myself also, even though we're recording through XLR. Then we have a bunch of different knobs here we talked about earlier. I can switch between the chat and game audio. I can adjust just the overall output to my headphones. I can adjust the mic level here and the auxiliary input levels if I had anything plugged into the back. You have all these buttons lighting up here. There's a ton of RGB everywhere. I have the ability to turn on and off the mic monitoring, so if I don't want to hear myself back in my headphones, I can switch that off. Of course, with the condenser microphone, this is a dynamic microphone, but if I had a condenser, I could turn on 48 volts phantom power. I can try out the 7.1 surround sound and EQ settings. I can play back all the different custom things that I have assigned to the 4 custom audio buttons. And you get this really cool voice changer, which is a lot of fun. We can test that out here, actually. You should be able to hear whatever we get set up. So let's try this out. First, we'll switch to, let's see what's first. Okay, first up is auto-tune. Now, I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference with me talking, but if I were to sing, which I'm not going to sing, don't worry. But if I did, it would give you that kind of fun T-Pain auto-tune voice. You can also switch it over to the Elder option,
which is this one here, which is an interesting voice. I don't know how I feel about this one, but that's fun to play with. Then there's a monster option, which is this one here, which gets a little more distorted. It's kind of hard to tell what I'm saying here. So we've got that. There's the robot option, which is like a Optimus Prime kind of situation.
Then you have Megaphone, which, I don't know, I like this one. This one's kind of fun. It gives you that old-timey telephone feel. You also have
a baby voice, which, oh, this sounds really weird in my ears, but it's kind of like a chipmunk, so if you wanted to mess around with that.
There's a female voice, which I'm not sure why this is called a female voice. Maybe it, I don't know, lightens up your voice a little bit, but there's also a
male voice, which gives you kind of this deeper, it's almost like when you see people on those shows where they talk about true crime and they have their face all grayed out and they give them this like really deep voice to mask who they are. But either way, if you want to turn that off, you just hold down this button.
And you should be back to normal now. I mean, honestly, this thing is so much fun just to play around with. I think it's really great for anybody who's trying to get into streaming for the first time and they just want kind of like a fun setup that handles everything you need it to handle and has a few extra bells and whistles to have fun with. But let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. All right, there you have it, the SC8 and AM8 Pro T. I think they're a couple of awesome devices if you're just trying to get into streaming for the first time, especially if you're trying to do that at a reasonable budget. I'll go ahead and link to both of these in the description box below, so if you want to read up a little bit more on them or pick them up for yourself, you can jump down there and do that. Of course, these are affiliate links, so using them does help out the channel and it doesn't cost you anything extra at all. Now, I have also done some reviews of other FineFine products. I'll link to one of those videos right over here so you can check that out next. Go ahead and jump on into that, and I'll see you next time in the spare tech room. Be good.